And now the cardiology has grown to such an extent that we are doing great job in India in terms of so many advancements happening all over the world, not only in cardiology but other fields of medicine. We are able to help a lot of people with disease. Let it be children, women, middle-aged people or old people. The modern medicine has revolutionized the treatment of various diseases. But still, our concern is how can we prevent those diseases in the childhood or in the adulthood and live a healthy life. And that is where, a great visionary like Dr. Lim Sujit has created this DXN, and he came out with a powerful product, Ganoderma, which is able to help millions and millions and millions of people all over the world. So it's a great thing, and only visionaries can think about it. And my thinking is that he is a great visionary and he thought about wellness revolution. Initially, in those days when I joined, and probably when Dr. Ratna and Vasupal, they started DXN in India, we would not have dreamt that such a revolution will happen in India and all over the world. Not only he gave us the powerful products, but he also gave us a powerful system by which every one of us can succeed. Taking DXN as a career, full-time career, and you see all the great successful people sitting here, and that is because of the system. And with the system, when you are willing to work, you will definitely succeed. Right? Today my topic is Ganoderma for health. Health is something is very precious. So when health is gone, everything is gone. And in India, especially what I see today, for the past 3-4 decades, 30-40 years, we are not giving much importance to the health. We have advanced in so many areas, but unfortunately we are lacking behind in the health sector. And the poorer countries like Bangladesh and other countries, the health index is better. A major problem what we face today in India is malnutrition, and also still there are so many infective diseases to be controlled, like malaria, like any infection that you can think of. And children, they die of simple infectious diseases. So there, prevention comes. The immunity plays a great role. The nutrition plays a great role in preventing those illnesses. Unfortunately, we don't have any medicine for that. And here comes, a powerful herb which can help in prevention. So such a powerful product, and as I said, it can help in prevention, and we can consume Ganoderma to protect ourselves from various diseases. At the same time, it can also help in many disease conditions where the Ganoderma has very powerful medicinal benefits. So unless you have that, your mindset, health is wealth, you are not going to focus on consuming DXN products. So health is something very precious. Again and again, we need to reinforce that health is wealth. because doctors cannot give health. Doctors can give only medicines for diseases. So you don't expect a doctor to talk about health or prevention. That is beyond their, their reach. And we do have no time to think about prevention. But it's very important that the prevention has to happen at home. And the message is the food as medicine, nutrition as medicine. Whether it's a macronutrition with a balanced diet or the micronutrition, which is extremely important to protect our health. And the micronutrition is very, very critical for our health and for preventing many illnesses. So food as medicine, that is a concept. Who will prepare food at home? The father or the mother?
Mother.
Nowadays fathers also, they have started cooking. They know their way. So, but it's, basically it's a mother who takes care of the child, feeds the child, and mother's milk is so precious. A lot of nutrition in that. It can help in various developments of various organs and immunity. And the food what mother prepares is it's the primary thing which will help us to prevent many diseases, because every organ in the body, every cell in the body requires proper nutrition, and we need to take proper food. But unfortunately what is happening today is food is becoming a poison with a lot of pesticides, chemicals. So any food can become a poison today, especially the fast foods. The fast foods is a fast way to disease and death. Unfortunately, our children are getting addicted to that. You see McDonald's everywhere, right? KFC everywhere. But we need to understand that they are very, toxic. And once in a way, if you have it, it is fine. But if you take it on a regular basis, it can become a poison. Food can become a poison. But the beauty of Ganoderma is it can never become a poison. It can only act as a medicine. So, and DXN produces high quality Ganoderma. It's one of the largest producers of organic Ganoderma in the world. I'm sure that many of you would have visited our Malaysia farm and the factory. The same replica is going to come up in Hyderabad in 100 acres. So what more we can ask for? And Dr. Lim is investing more than 200 crores to bring the latest technology in cultivating for not only Ganoderma, all the other, the products for India. Because India is a huge country, 1.3 billion population. All of us require health, nutrition, and DXN can address many of those issues. So all of you know where these, the usual stuff. It's a 5,000-year-old herb. It's called as the king of herbs. It has got more than 400 or 500 active ingredients now, and those ingredients are classified under 5 major headings. It's all in the literature, and it has got a lot of medicinal benefits. I'm not going to go through that, but I'm going to primarily focus on the prevention part. How Ganoderma can help your body to protect from various illnesses and diseases. One fundamental thing that you have to understand is that the Ganoderma acts on the body, not on the disease. A lot of people confuse, thinking that Ganoderma is a medicine. It is like we promote it only for sick people, right? Initially we started doing that because we had only RG and GL. I remember for almost 2.5 years, 2.5, 3 years, we had only RGGL, and we used to sell this Ganoderma going after sick patients. And that is how a lot of barefoot doctors also emerged, especially in Kerala. We had problem and a lot of yeah. So we promoted it that way, but we need to understand that it is not primarily meant for the diseases, or it's also useful for sick patients in disease conditions, but primarily it helps sick patients by acting on the body. It treats the body, thereby it can help in various disease conditions. This is a fundamental thing that you need to understand. And there are three basic actions of Ganoderma on the body. First we said Ganoderma acts on the body. So what are the three primary actions of Ganoderma on the body? One is the detoxification function. Detoxification means eliminating all the toxins from the body. Anything in excess which is accumulated in the body is a toxin. Maybe sugar, maybe salt, maybe cholesterol, or any the metabolic product that is in the body. It has to be excreted. It has to be excreted through the urine, through the stools, or through the sweat. It has to be excreted, and the balance has to be kept up. The pH of the body has to be kept up. The temperature of the body has to be kept up. Right? So detoxification is one of the major action of Ganoderma on the body. And if you can remember that RG does the detoxification function. The primary action of RG is the detoxification function. The GL gives the balancing function. Every organ in the body has to function in a balanced state. So why Dr. Lim is giving GL separately? Because GL has got some additional benefits. It has more organic germanium. It has got more polysaccharides so that it can balance your body as well as it can balance your immune system. No other company gives RG and GL separately. And our GL, it's because the recycling, time is very fast, 3 weeks, right? It's much superior GL when compared to 15 years or 20 years back. This is the message shared by Dr. Lee. So it's a very powerful portion of the Ganoderma, the mycelium of the Ganoderma, which is unique that it can help in the balancing function. The second action of Ganoderma is on the body, is on the immune system. The immune system has to be very powerful to deal with very many infections, right? And to kill the abnormal cells in the body, the immune system does that. The most powerful immunomodulator is mother's milk. Next to mother's milk, Ganoderma is the most powerful immunomodulator. That is why it helps in various immune disorders, like what you saw, psoriasis, right? Psoriasis is an autoimmune disease. Rheumatoid arthritis, systemic lupus erythematosus, even type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune disease. Right? Because our body cells, they kill their own cells, our own cells, so that when they are destroyed, it expresses itself as a disease. So the second most powerful action is on the immune system. Third is the vasodilating effect. That means it increases the blood circulation to every organ in the body. Blood circulation is very critical for tissue function, the cell function, and the organ function, especially the microcirculation. And Ganoderma has two powerful components, adenosine and guanosine, which will improve the microcirculation. I'll talk about it a little later. So the antioxidant effect is particularly very important. It's action by which it can eliminate the free radical damage. Because of the oxidation process, a lot of bad chemicals are produced in the body, which can lead to many illnesses. And antioxidants are substances which will detoxify our body and eliminate the oxidative stress. So we talk about so many antioxidants. Spirulina is an antioxidant, green tea is an antioxidant, ginseng is an antioxidant. Ganoderma is 5 times more potent than the ginseng, because its ORAC value is around 23,000 units, making it as the most powerful antioxidant. And because of the oxidation process, the bad cholesterol is formed in the body, and that gets deposited in the blood vessels and leading to heart attack or stroke or many diseases which are related to the blood flow and blood vessels. So the antioxidant action of the Ganoderma is very, very powerful in preventing the vascular diseases. Aging is one factor which can lead to vascular disease. Aging leads to disease. Aging leads to death. Every one of us aging. Every day we are aging. Right? And aging will produce a lot of changes in our body. A lot of cells die in our body. The blood circulation comes down. There are a lot of things happen during aging process. And antioxidants delay the aging process, and Ganoderma being one of the most powerful antioxidant available to us, it can protect our aging process, delay the aging process, and it can also give the vascular protection. So free radicals and aging, free radicals can hasten the aging process. Why some people are getting heart attack at the age of 25, 30, 35, 40, or other diseases which are related to the aging process? Because probably they produce more free radicals because of unhealthy diet, unhealthy food habits, unhealthy way of life, lot of stress that can increase the free radical production. So free radicals can increase the aging process. Prematurely they get into many diseases. And Ganoderma is a powerful antioxidant which can postpone the aging process. Free radicals are directly related to cancer causation. They can cause cancer because you know that the cancer is on the rise. Next to heart disease, which is the major killer? Cancer. Right? So we have no way of sort of controlling the cancer. Because in another 10 to 20 years, probably it will overtake heart disease and become the number one position. Because young people are getting cancers due to various causes. And Ganoderma, being a very powerful antioxidant, it can help in prevention of cancer. So cancer is directly related to the aging process. Especially we men are prone for certain types of cancers in the old age, especially prostatic cancer, right? Colonic cancers, and women breast cancers, uterine cancers, ovarian cancers. So when you are able to take a powerful antioxidants, it can actually help in prevention of cancer. So prevention is better than cure. So one of the most powerful action of Ganoderma on the body is the detoxification function and as a powerful antioxidant. We talked about the immunity. Ganoderma can increase the production of ganoderic acid, it has a high concentration of polysaccharide and ganoderic acid, which can increase the production of interleukin 1 and 2 and interferon, which can help in your immunity. Higher the immunity, if your immune system is powerful, that means you can resist any kind of infection, especially viral or bacterial infections. And a lot of children die because of simple infections like viral pneumonia, diarrhea, not because of dengue or any other viral illnesses. Simple infections can kill them. And especially if the child is malnourished, if the nutrition is low, then the death rate is very high. That is where, you know, we can prevent a lot of children dying of those diseases. Right? And spirulina is one of the most powerful food supplement which can give you micronutrition and help the children to prevent those illnesses. It's a very powerful immunomodulator, I said. So it can help in a lot of autoimmune diseases like rheumatoid, systemic lupus erythematosus, psoriasis. So immunity and the Ganoderma, it's a second powerful action of Ganoderma on the body. And as I said, next to mother's milk, Ganoderma is the most powerful immunomodulator. World Health Organization says that a mother should nurse their child up to 2 years. Right? And I think the government is giving 6 months salary, leave and salary for a mother. Right? Why you know they have given over 6 months this thing? Because you know the mother has to take care of the child. Only during the first 3 to 5 years of life, the maximum development of all the vital organs, they happen. Like your brain, your heart, your liver, your kidney, your lungs, your immune system. After 5 years, the physical growth happens. Your arms grow, your legs grow. Meaning that, you know, in the blood vessel, which is 1/100 the thickness of the hand. And only through that microcirculation, the cell will get oxygen, nutrition, and all the waste products can be taken out from the cells, like, you know, carbon dioxide, the other, the free radicals, or all the waste products will be taken to the liver and kidney to be eliminated from the body. So microcirculation is very, very critical for the function of every cell in the body, every tissue in the body, and every organ in the body. And we do not have any medicine to improve the microcirculation. God has created Ganoderma, given the Ganoderma with which has got a high concentration of adenosine and guanosine, both of which will improve the blood circulation, the blood flow to every organ in the body. So adenosine, of course, we use it as a medicine, injection adenosine for certain conditions where the heart beats irregularly, and we will give an intravenous adenosine injection. And it will increase the blood vascularity, blood flow. And health is primarily dependent on the blood flow in the old age. As your blood flow comes down in the old age, right? Your walking comes down, your digestion comes down, your vision comes down, your hearing comes down. Everything comes down because primarily the blood flow comes down, right? And usually that happens after the age of 50, 55, 60. So there you need to sort of increase the blood flow by the simple, thing what you can do, just walking. Walking, increases the blood flow. Your heart pumps more blood into the system. So that is why we say that walking is the best medicine. And heart can pump more blood into the system. It can pump about 7 times more when you train your heart, right? So all over the body we have blood vessels, right from head to the toe, and the blood flow has to happen in all the vascular system. And heart pumps 5 liters of blood when you are sitting. It's a very powerful organ, it's a very unique organ, it's an emotional organ, reacts to emotions. No other organ will react to emotions, but your heart will react to emotions. You shout at somebody, you are happy, it reacts. It's an emotional pump, right? So, it pumps blood, which is very, very vital for our health. And in the blood, we have red blood cells which will carry oxygen, and also the blood will carry nutrition to every tissue. the heart also should receive proper blood. That is why, there is a special type of artery above the heart which is called as the coronary arteries, right? And these coronary arteries, they are prone for blockages. It affects the atherosclerosis, affects the medium-sized arteries, right? And as human beings, by nature, we have been designed that, we get a lot of heart attacks, right? Certain animals are immune, right? So, the heart has to pump blood into the entire system, and that runs into so many hundreds and thousands of kilometers, right? It's amazing, how heart can pump into the system. And we need to take care of our heart. That is very, very important. And this is the microvascular system. One end you have the arteriole, the veins, and the capillaries. The capillaries are very thin, so thin that oxygen has to diffuse into the other side to get into the cell. The carbon dioxide has to be taken up, and all the material transfer has to be done. Your potassium, your sodium, your bicarb, whatever it is, it has to be exchanged. And this microcirculation, as I said, is very, very critical. And in every cell, this metabolism has to go on. Then only, life is there. Otherwise, there is no life. Right? So, I'm trying to sort of make you understand that the blood flow is very, very critical for the normal cellular function in life. And this is what we do with the angiogram, right? We do an angiogram and say that, how good is your blood supply to the heart. So you have normally, this is one of the major blood vessels. It's a left coronary system. You have the left main vessel here, and this supplies this artery, left-handed descending, gives the major supply to the septum and the left ventricle. There is another system which is called as the circumflex. You see the major vessels, right? This is what we see routinely in the cath lab when you do an angiogram. But we don't see the minute blood vessels which are present and which are distributed in the heart. This is not only the case for the heart, but it is for every organ in the body. The microvascular system is so critical and important. And of course, what we do is we identify some blockages here, some here, and we try to put a stent or a bypass surgery, do a bypass surgery, and we make the flow all right. But what is more important, what is happening here in the microcirculation? See, you have so many, this is by a special technique where you can enhance the microcirculation. Right? It cannot be visualized by ordinary technique. You need a superior technology which will enhance the microcirculation. See, in one single blood vessel, one portion of the heart, such a the amount of microcirculation is present and blood has to go through that. And as I said, there is no drug which will act on the microcirculation. The nitrates, what we normally give, it acts on the major vessels. It doesn't act on the microcirculation. The beauty of ganoderma is that it has got adenosine and guanosine which will act on the microcirculation. And ultimately, that microcirculation blood flow decides the perfusion of every cell in the body. This is only one example. My specialty, right? So, the microcirculation is very, very critical, and as I mentioned, adenosine and guanosine, which is present in ganoderma, will take care of the microcirculation, and apart from that, it has got an aspirin-like effect. That means, it prevents blood clot. One aspirin a day keeps the doctor away. That means you are allowing the blood to flow freely. It's not a blood thinner like warfarin or blood. It's an anti-platelet effect. So the added advantage of ganoderma is that it has got aspirin-like effect, and thereby it can improve the microcirculation as well as the macrocirculation and protects the vascular system. So the third most powerful action of Ganoderma on the body is that it will protect your vascular system and it will promote both macro and micro circulation. That is, a blood flow to every organ in the body. And the two conditions, diseases, they affect the vascular system. One is your diabetes. It is called as vascular cum metabolic disease. Why diabetes is, it damages the body? It basically damages the vascular system. My professor used to tell me when I was doing my MD, one Dr. Sandy P. Moses, then itself, 40 years back, he used to say metabolic cum vascular disease. That definition, even today, it stands good. Right? And as Indians, we are prone for diabetes, genetically, or maybe due to various reasons. People are becoming diabetic, young hypertensives. So that is going to kill a lot of young people. When you are 60 and 65, 70, you are finished your work, you are done. Any day you can welcome your death. Right? But when you are young, that's where that should not happen. But what is happening today is a lot of young people are dying of such deadly diseases, right? Like heart attacks or cancers, and it is bound to happen for another 30 years. All the experts, they have predicted in India, not only in India, in most of the developing countries, heart disease will remain to be a major killer, right? So we have to take care of our children. We have to take care of our young population. How do we do that? No technology will help. Artificial intelligence will not help. Only your nutrition, right? Only the food with good nutrition will help in protecting you from various diseases. And